Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you are fine. Please open your English books. And as you know that yesterday we started our lesson number 6, Behlol. And so far what we read about Behlol in the story was that Behlol was a confused character and a stupid character of the story who was the cook of that family, and we read about the storyteller, the narrator of the story, who is the landlady of the house, and there two more characters, a counselor and his wife. They came to visit the narrator's house, and there they experienced a misconception created by Behlol. So we were reading about that misconception, which was about that tin food which was not labeled. So yesterday we read till wailed Behlol. Okay, why did he wailed? Because when he served them the food and they all have eaten them all, then he announced, he wailed. Let's see what he wailed about. What's the matter? What about the chickens? I said with some alarm. I looked at the empty plates and stood up, glancing nervously at my guests. Underline the word glancing nervously. Glancing means to looking at someone with confusion. So why she was confused? Because she knew that the tin was unlabeled, and she has already suggested to the cook, to the Behlol, to feed the chickens first to make sure that that food is all right. But they have completely eaten the food when he entered into the room and he announced about the chickens. And what did he announce? They are dead, madam, cried the cook, wringing his hands. What does it underline the word wringing, please? It means to shake the hands, to create the effect of pain, right? So dead? What, all of them? I asked. All of them dead, madam, sobbed Behlol and hurried out of the room. Underline the word sobbed. Sobbed means to cry while taking in short breaths. So I turned to my guests. Who turned to the guests? The landlady or the story narrator. I'm afraid we have a problem, I explained. The cook fed some of our food to the chickens and they have all died. I shall have to call for the doctor. I don't know how to put this politely, but may I ask you to please go to the bathroom and be sick? Can you imagine? Did you ever imagine such situation and such request that the lady is putting that moment from the guest of her house? Be sick? Ask the shocked visitors. Yes, I'm terribly sorry. Terribly? Underline the word terribly. Extremely sorry. I said, please get rid of the food. I don't want you to suffer from food poisoning. So never had they received such a request, and never had I given such an advice in all my years. You can imagine the scene well enough. Can you imagine the scene? Yes? Here is a question. Look at here while reading. How does the storyteller feel when she tells her guests to get rid of the food? What do you think? What could she have felt at that moment? Obviously, nervousness and embarrassment at the same time, and she must be for herself, she would be worried about herself and their health as well, because she has also eaten the food. So you can imagine the scene well enough. The house became a shambles over the next half an hour. Underline the word shambles. What does it mean? It means a state of great destruction, right? So the counselor and his wife looked very green. Very green mean, obviously, can you imagine when you have eaten everything normally and you are putting it outside, you are making yourself to uh, get rid of the food from your stomach, how could you feel? Obviously very bad. I was feeling no better. In my head the room spun around and round. So she said that I myself was looking like so confused, and the room was spinning. Spun means revolve, to revolve rapidly. Underline the word spun, it means revolve rapidly. So exhausted, we collapsed into comfortable chairs in the sitting room. Underline the word collapsed. Collapse means just at once to fall down. We sat, wrapped in blankets by the fire, looking into the flames and trying not to think about what had happened. I rose and went to check on Behlol. The poor man looked so upset. Can you look in the picture? He is looking upset, undoubtedly. Okay. I found Behlol sitting on a back doorstep, his head in his hands, gently rocking to and fro and whimpering softly. To and fro, underline the word to and fro, it means from one place to another, rocking. And underline the word whimpering, it means to move a quite crying around, right? So, never mind, Behlol, I said, trying to console him. What is the meaning of console? She is trying to make him feel less sad. It's not your fault. It couldn't be helped. I'm sure our visitors will be all right. Behlol looked up at me and with tear-filled eyes. I suppose we had better collect up the chickens now, I suggested. What the lady is suggesting him now? Let's collect the dead bodies of the dead chickens now. Behlol gave me a blank look. Blank look means he couldn't address what she's saying. The chickens, Behlol, I explained, they should not be left lying around. Where are they? Chickens? Madam, asked Behlol, how can we find the chickens? Well, where they die? Where did they die? I asked. They must be in the backyard somewhere, na? No, madam, said Behlol. The chickens are not there. I told you they are dead. Yes, Behlol, I said with some irritation. But where are they? I don't know, said Behlol. The fox killed them and took them away somewhere. Did they not die for food poisoning? I asked. No, madam, said Behlol. A fox killed them. I took a deep breath. I was so weak to attack the man. I turned and walked unsteadily. In the house, I had some explaining to do and apology to make. Underline the word apology. Apology means an admission of error. So what's she saying? What did you understand so far? That actually, you see, although the story was having a funny element in it, but it brought great confusion, great chaos in the house faced by the landlady and the guests at the same time. And the food was not poisoned. The chickens were not dead by eating the poisoned food. Rather, they were carried by the fox. But somehow the stupid character of Behlol created whole drama in the story, who did not reveal the whole story and brought great misconception. So this is all about the story. What do you think? What sort of character was Behlol? Do you think that he was a wise person? What do you think so? He was not a wise at all. Rather, one more thing we came to know after finishing the lesson, that giving and communicating with complete information is the silent message hidden in the story, right? Sometime in our conversation with our family members, with our siblings, with our parents, we communicate with very less information. So the lesson is also teaching us that we should convey the complete information, right? We shouldn't leave anybody in confusion anymore. So this is all about the character and the story about Behlol. Inshallah, about the words meaning and question answers, we will meet in our next session. Hope you have understood the lesson and enjoyed the story as well. Stay blessed and goodbye.